Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Red Devils TV. Today we are going to talk about the match reactions of Manchester United versus Southampton, and I think it was a great performance. It was a delightful performance, and we were hoping to see a performance like this. And I think that we needed a win. Basically, we needed a win because the last two matches that was very disappointing results. I think drawing against Arsenal, losing to Sheffield United. So that was really disappointing for us, and I think we needed to get a win in order to get in the title race, and City was basically winning all matches up till now. But I think we really showed character, and we really showed development and progress because our fullbacks really overlapped really well, and we could see a clear progress there because when Wan-Bissaka has always been criticized for his fullback attacking attributes, because everybody has criticized him since he has come to Manchester United for his bad overlapping runs and his lack of knowledge in final ball delivery. And I think he made a lot of progress last night, and I think that they made a statement, our fullbacks made a statement that they can overlap properly and they can put quality crosses, but the main objective is that our centre backs need to support them, and our centre backs need to help them in order to get them overlapping, and I think which they did not basically, though we didn't suffer too much because Southampton didn't attack that much well because they had a lot of injuries, we all know, and that first minute red card was also a big factor in the match basically for Man United. And we attacked really well, and I think the wingers also had a clear progress because we have all stated that Rashford and Greenwood are actually strikers, but they are playing in wingers, so that there is no place basically, to be honest, and John Mata and Daniel James cannot play in the wingers. They are good backups, but I don't think that they can play in the first lineup. And basically they crossed a lot of balls they put 2 or 3 crosses into the box. I think their crosses was not made, but I think it was a good try basically. Their process was not entertained, and Cavani also played really well basically. His movement was very good, and I think and his goal was very good basically. And so I think that we had the main thing which has impressed me the most, that the whole team put an effort basically. Every time in this season basically we have won matches either by individual performances or by nicking a goal luckily, or a deflection or a good block, something like that. And but it was a clear cut win, I think, and we haven't got those since the Leipzig game or the Leeds game against Leeds games. So I think it was a very good game, and we needed that boost because we lacked confidence. And Martial also played really well. His movement was really good. He came really good after the first half, and I think Martial deserves some praise. I think you should praise a player when he plays well, and you can criticize a player when he plays bad. So I think he deserves some praise. I think he played really well. And the surprising thing which nobody expected was for Van de Beek, and Van de Beek got a lot of time basically. He got around 45 minutes basically. He played the whole second half basically, and that was really good basically. And Van de Beek didn't assist or scored, but I think his movement was really good, and his link-up play with Bruno Fernandes was good. He had a very good chemistry with the full-backs. Rashford also played really well. I think Van de Beek is a kind of player who we can play. I think who we can play in the right wing basically. I think his technicality will help us. But I am happy for him that he's playing the double pivot role. I have no objection in playing the double pivot role. But the main objection which I have is play him more. Man United needs him basically. A player like him, like his caliber and like his talent should not be getting wasted at our bench. I think Man United need him in the first time, and I think there are some bias. Ole is sometimes biased for his favoritism in the lineup, and I think he prefers tall midfielders rather than short technical midfield. That's why he plays Pogba and Scott McTominay in the same position and does not use Fred, Van de Beek, and that's why I think he sold under Herrera too. Basically, that's because he was not that much tall, and I think he prefers tall midfielders. Bruno was really good. Bruno scored and assisted 2 goals, and And I think that Southampton was a different team when we last faced them in December. They were a completely different team, and I think because I think they had a lot of good players, and now they have a lot of injuries, and the red card was really down their morale. And I think Ralph Hasenhuttl is a very good coach. He's a very young coach and has a good philosophy. And I think his teams didn't follow his own philosophy, his tactics, and I think they were all over the park against our attackers. And I think they need improvement. I think they need improvement, and many people were saying that they are ready to play in the Europa League, and I think they still need some progress. I think they are not a finished. I think they are far away from a finished article, and I think Wolves and Arsenal have a very good choice of getting Europa League. Maybe Chelsea also. Chelsea has also good choice. But I think that they will get Champions League football, and I don't think that Spurs will get Champions League football because they are really poor, lacking form, and they have just lost Harry Kane in injury. So I think that Southampton is far away from an Europa League spot. I think Wolves will get the spot. Though Wolves are lacking in the split because of Raul Jimenez, but I think if he comes back, I think they will be back to this normal form. So talking about our wingers, I think Rashford was a little underwhelming in the first 5 to 10 minutes, but I think then he regained his pace and regained his form, and I think that he was classy. And basically, Man United really didn't give any chances to Southampton. Means they pressed really hard, which was a really good attribute basically. And we all have witnessed that Manchester United never press so high like they did yesterday. Basically, last night they press for only 6 to 7 minutes, and then they fall back and they just defend like a relegation team. That's really annoying, and nobody can take that type of gameplay. But I think that they really pressed really well, and basically the fullbacks also played really well, the wingers, attackers, and I think Daniel James played really well, but I think that his goal was a lot of lucky. I think he got a lot of space, otherwise he couldn't have scored such a goal. But I think Daniel James, if he wants to be a Manchester United player in the future, he should go and loan to Everton or Newcastle or Wolves or something like that, and he needs to play for a mid-table team, because if he doesn't, that is my opinion. I don't think that you will agree with me. Basically, that's completely my opinion. Everybody should have opinions and agendas. So basically, I think that for a player like Dan James, who has limited skills, and I think he doesn't have too much skills. He can just run fast, and he has a lot of pace. But I think that his final ball and shooting and everything is bad. Passing, I think, and I think at Manchester United we need immediate results if we buy a player, and I think he will not get that type of time to become a Manchester United regular winger. And I think that Rashford is a long-term option, and if we buy Jadon Sancho, then he will get no chances basically. So I think he has a point to prove this season. So I think the transfer window is closed. There is nothing that we can do, and I think Daniel James should go on loan next season. But if he doesn't goes on loan, and I think that last night's performance should not be judged, and last night's his performance should not be judged basically because he has been a little bit very much underwhelming in the last few matches, and I think the Leeds matches was the best he played this season. And I think he needs to, if he goes to a mid-table team, I think he will learn to play as a proper winger, and I think that will help him basically in his career. I don't know if he will play for Manchester United in the future or any other club, but in his personal career, I think that will help basically. And so that's it. Until next time, goodbye.